Hello. Today we're going to talk about the new moon in Virgo. Why? Because it is today. Usually I try to do this a couple of days ahead of time, but I've been so awesomely busy and getting awesome things happening, meeting amazing people, having great conversations, and it's interesting because Mercury was in retrograde and it is direct now, today. It went direct. There still might be a little slag time. So with communication, that's what it's about. But Mercury rules the the Virgo, and we're a new moon in Virgo. I love when this happens. It's like, wait, what? um, So yeah, new moon in Virgo, new moon, new beginning. So we are in the Virgo season, and we're the Virgo is all about like getting back to business kind of thing, right? So it's back to school. We're out of the untethered season of the summer, and we're back home. So it's time to get back home into our body, right? Moving, doing like your exercising, watching, what you're consuming. Not only like food and drink wise, but also what are you consuming with your mind? What are you watching? What are you reading? And what people you're in conversation with, are you in alignment with each other? Are you being challenged, or is it expanding you in certain ways? I'm in amazing groups of people, with both online and in person, right? Our local studio here. I love the community, or I love community. I love connecting and always looking to create and expand that, and touching, onto the subjects, the topics that we all are like either curious about or passionate about. And I love astrology. For me, it's been like a roadmap. And I'm like, I just get a wider understanding of the hows and whys. Don't use it as an excuse, right? So I don't use Mercury retrograde as excuse, but it's an awareness. So I don't like beat my head over the things like not working or communicating. I can like slow it down and put it another way. Somebody in one of my groups was talking to me about simple speak, which is like really helpful, like just really being direct and specific, and even like letting all the poetic flowery language go. See, there it is right there. Sometimes it just comes out a little sideways. But if we can simplify it and make it as direct as possible, it helps. And that's helpful like anytime, whether it's in retrograde or not. But it is direct today, so we should be feeling a little bit more ease coming through. What else is there about the Virgo? The Virgo is earth element. Virgo is mutable, which means it can be influenced, which is good. So we can change our minds, right? My moon is in Virgo, so my interior emotional life is very Virgo. And Virgo is perfectionist and they want to serve, right? They want to be helpful. And one of the things that I've learned about my moon being in Virgo is when I get down on myself, which we tend to do, especially if you're a perfectionist and you're not living up to your own standards and expectations. It's really easy to, think low of yourself. And how do you switch it? There's high and low sides of all the archetypes of astrology. And in the Virgo archetype, it is to serve. So when I don't feel great about myself, I'll do something for someone else. And then I have that mentality of like, well, at least I'm good for that. I can contribute something, I can do something. And it's been very helpful for me. And it could be something very simple. You don't have to change the world. You just do something and you'll start to feel better about yourself. And then when you feel better about yourself, then you're more productive, you get things done. And the Virgo loves that. Very analytical, very detailed oriented, which is really in line with getting back to business, getting back to getting things done, checking off your to-do list, expanding and into your intention, making those action steps towards your goals, all that fun stuff. Right. I remember when I was younger, I loved to play Office, and it was probably like Mary Tyler Moore or something that I would watch, and I would like, I'd set up my desk and make it look really important because I wanted to feel like really important. So even like playing that role of the Virgo, and they're also very into health, right? So taking care of our body, right? Our body is our vehicle as we move and maneuver through the earth plane. And we want to make sure it's as healthy as possible. So we want to, take care of ourselves, do your checkups and your annual physical and make sure everything's good. If something feels off, get it checked out. I have a lot of people who ask me questions as if I'm a doctor. I'm not. I do study, biology and anatomy. And as a yoga teacher, I need to be as smart about it as possible. But I'm also smart enough to not give advice on things that I am not qualified to give advice on. So with that, I do promote that you do take care of yourself and be healthy. Listen to your body, and kind of stretching yourself out a little bit of your comfort zone is one thing, but if you go too far too fast, you can definitely create or risk injury. So we want to be mindful, careful with ourselves, but doing self-care, listening to your body, and taking care of you so you're at a better place to help take care of others, right? And that's why we're here. We're here to like help each other out. We're not meant to be in isolation. That's kind of been my theme for the week, not being in isolation. Because when we are, and like now that, moving out of this pandemic, and, there's always fear of like it coming back, or something happening, like shutting down again. Uh, Me being in the Northeast, I am going to have a little shutting down of the colder weather, so I won't be as mobile as I've been during the summer. So it's being mindful of not being isolated, taking care of yourself and taking care of each other. All right. And check in with yourself and check in with your loved ones. Make sure they're okay. All right. So that's the new moon, going within so you can expand out, and really excited. I think this is a good time. It's a positive time. And it always is, right? Everything is auspicious, even when it doesn't look that way or feel that way. In the end, everything is for our benefit. So with that, until next time, goodbye for now.